So after their great 2020 season that saw the Denver Nuggets overcome two 3-1 deficits to make the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2009 when Carmelo Anthony was leading the way, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, along with the rest of the Nuggets team, was then seen as the young and up-and-coming team in the NBA that could potentially become the new top dogs in the Western Conference, especially with Golden State being out of the picture during that time. But when Jamal Murray went down late in the 2021 season with a torn ACL injury, the Nuggets just have not had that same steam that they had going for themselves prior to his injury, which kept them out for not only the remainder of the 2021 season, but also the entire 2022 season. In that same time frame though, his teammate Nikola Jokic has won 2 MVP awards back-to-back and is arguably one of the top 3, top 5 best players in the game. But he also got gassed out in both of those playoff runs without him due to the fact that he had no real help to knock off the best in the West. But now heading into the 2023 NBA campaign, I'm here to tell you that the Nuggets are going to be a problem. And mainly because of the fact that Jamal Murray, who for some reason has always been kind of underrated at his position, is back. And the Nuggets should be one of, if not the biggest threat to knock off the defending champion Golden State Warriors this upcoming season. Now, starting off with the obvious, Jamal Murray coming back takes so much pressure off of Nikola Jokic, who is right now in the peak of his career. And as we all know, the Nuggets love running a lot of that two-man game between those two players because of their abilities to both score, but also create for others within the offense as well. The Nuggets' record since the 2018-2019 season when Jamal Murray plays is 118-64. Which is the second best in the entire NBA behind the Milwaukee Bucks. But ever since the day Jamal Murray got injured, which was April 12, 2021, the Nuggets are 61-40 in those 101 games played, which is not a bad record by any means, but definitely not even close to as dominant as the Nuggets are when Murray does play for the team. Murray's return not only affects their regular season dominance, but he is also much needed in the postseason because these past 2 playoff runs for Denver have been major disappointments, and you can really tell how much they miss his presence on the floor, especially on the offensive end in the late crucial moments of the game. Denver's offense during these moments kind of started to break down, and it didn't help that no one could help Jokic, who was already tired by the time the fourth quarter came because of the backpack that he had to carry that was the Nuggets' whole offense during the entirety of the game. But with Jamal Murray back, they'll get a super reliable second option that can score on his own in the half court, lessen the attention that Jokic will get on that end because of the 3-level scoring threat that Jamal Murray is. And right now, when you look at the Nuggets' second leading scorer in those 2 playoff runs that Jamal Murray did not play in, Michael Porter Jr. averaged 17 points per game in the 2021 playoffs, and Monte Morris was the second leading scorer for the Nuggets in the 2022 playoffs, averaging 14 points per game. So it's clear getting Murray back in here, who last time we saw him in the playoffs averaged 26 points per game, and obviously it's the bubble, but he still has that talent. He's going to make the Nuggets a better overall basketball team, and should help make the Nuggets regain their status as one of the league's best teams and one of the title favorites in what is already a packed Western Conference. I've always been saying for a long time now, since about probably 2018, 2019, that the Nuggets are a championship caliber team. But health has just not been on their side for these past 2 seasons, and if you look in their playoff runs, they lost to the Phoenix Suns in 2021, which was the eventual Western Conference champion that year, and then this past season they lost to the Warriors, and the Warriors went on to go to the finals. So I think if the Nuggets can get healthy, they can give these teams a run for their money, and they can finish top 3 in the West in the regular season, maybe even as the number 1 seed. But they definitely can make some noise, especially with not only Jamal Murray coming back, but with Michael Porter Jr. coming back, with even though his injury is kind of a little more suspect, with it being a back injury, but we all know how talented he is. Adding him and Murray along with Nikola Jokic, who is one of the more dominant forces in basketball we've ever seen, it's going to make a lot of teams, scared. It's going to make a lot of teams scared to play this Nuggets team because of the offensive weapons that they have. The defensive versatility is It's a little questionable, but I still think they can be a pretty good or at least a solid defensive team. But offense is where it's at, and this team right now is one of the more high-powered offensive teams, and they're getting back a top 10, top 15 point guard in the NBA. Even though it's a kind of a stacked position right now, he definitely is one of those guys, and he's going to give you anywhere from 18 to 20 points per game this season. So Jamal Murray coming back can change the landscape of the Western Conference. It just depends on the health of this Nuggets team down the stretch, and if they can stay healthy, then they're definitely probably my favorite to knock off the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference this upcoming NBA season. Anyways, that's going to do it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Link will be down in the description below. This has been a checkup where we talk hoops and hoops only, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.